It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Texans, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it'd be... With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense going to go to work, and it is Deshaun Watson at quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
On 1st and 10, Watson staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Good sizable run there by Deshaun Watson on the RPO.
That's in his DNA as a quarterback. He's been doing that since high school. He understands the RPO game as well as any quarterback in the league, and he makes excellent decisions. And when he takes off and goes, his team's pretty happy about it.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's in.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
We got this.
So an early challenge, and you know that those coaches hate to use those red flags too early, but this one turns out to be successful. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run. It's Sanders. The numbers for Sanders last week, 13 carries, 79 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wallace. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their race last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 5 catches, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
On second down, it's Wheeler. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Let's go. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Working with a 2nd and 3. Watson now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wheeler. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Trucks over him, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And hang on here. Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that play ruled in for them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Wallace. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. After 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake. Watson. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A huge play there for Houston. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now it's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Watson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's fourth and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Sanders. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Wallace. He finds his man. Complete. That's Joseph. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Wallace. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Wallace. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Looking to throw. Wallace. He's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. An even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
You see me?
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Wheeler. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw on 2nd down, Wallace. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Joseph. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wallace. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Foyesade Aluakin charging hard from that linebacker spot. And he drops him for a loss of 11. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Watson on 1st down. Got a man. It's Brown. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it's the visiting Washington football team who have the lead in that one. It's Jalen Hurts with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Najee Harris. Over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Wallace. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And they look to cash in. Excellent field position. 4-yard line, 1st and goal.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And they'll run again.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Wallace. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st down, Wallace. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again. Wallace. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off play action. Wallace. This is Smith with a grab. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a nice this move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a good shot. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Wallace. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. There the Eagles are back within a score. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Point after try forthcoming. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Houston's offense taking over again. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. And to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Wheeler. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Watson on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the 50, it's Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, it's Wheeler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. To throw is Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To the air yet again, Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. Wheeler. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Watson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Wallace. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to get away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to shake him off.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Watson now to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd down now, it's Wheeler. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Banks. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Throwing on 1st down, Wallace. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for Philly.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Wallace. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Sanders, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Wheeler. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On second down, it's Wheeler. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Butker's kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Eagles down on the scoreboard. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He'll look to throw. Pass complete, Thomas. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Over the middle to Smith. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll look to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Houston, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.